Kailangan hindi ya publicly ilan steps at pagpapahalan. حتى لكن هو حركه مو شيء طبيعي خلاص عبد السلام عندي عايز the one and only
Good morning. Morning. Welcome back. Joey, no, that's not me. Some of my students sometimes forget their mics on, so that's where the noise came from. Sorry about that. How was yesterday for you guys? Yesterday required a lot of patience. It was a long day, but finally we got paid on USD CAD. I'm changing colors, dark colors. Sorry if you don't like it, but I have to. I need some dark colors now because it is too bright for me. Okay, let's see, what should I do? Green to the upside. Red to the downside. I think this is pretty good. Or maybe I should do lines, of course. Lines gonna be lines are going to be white, of course. Okay, so this is gonna be green to the upside. Okay, so lines are gonna be white, so we know where we put them. Okay, this is gonna be white, okay. Zones are going to be okay. We're all set. Let's see, let's save this. Save as dark. No, I'm not holding USD CAD still. I'm not. USD CAD is done. We got stopped at break even. We got stopped at break even today, but we got some nice 30-40 pips last night. was a very nice trade. And it was very fast. That's for sure. It was very fast. I don't like default colors. Did you take partials around 35 pips? Yes, I did. I closed most of them and left some run with stop loss at break even. Okay, so this is USD CAD daily. USD CAD daily. This looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm just concerned that it's a second retest. That's the thing. Even though I know it's a daily retest, but it's the second time retesting. And I don't know how safe we can be if we take it. Red is a little bit too boring maybe. And you guys can't complain. It's perfect now. I think everyone can see. I'm looking from my phone also, and it does look pretty good. Numbers are very big. So I think it's all good. Okay, let's see. EJ. Looks like we have a break on the 4 hour on EJ. We have a 4 hour breakout. So can we take the retest? What can I say? Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Okay, so the 4 hour already pushed. It did already push to the upside, but the push is not enough. It hasn't gone too far from our zone. It hasn't gone too far from our zone. It has only done around, well, almost 20 pips. Looks like the move is already done. 20 pip push to the upside. What can we do here? I think if we take the retest, we can take it, but it's gonna be low risk because it already did move to the upside, even though there's still much more room to go to the upside. We have plenty of room to push to the upside, but we'll see if we get a retest first. If we don't get a retest, there's no trade then. Let's just go fast through the other pairs too. USD JPY is very messy. Maybe the best would be to trade this flag pattern for the trendline fans here. Maybe this would be the best because I don't see anything else except this on USD JPY. uh, when we leave the 20% at break even, how many percentage you take as partials at the levels where it can be rejected? Because for example, I just left my 20% and closed at break even. Didn't take any partials more because I was afraid. I was waiting for a bigger push because we saw many times trade can go from 20 to 200 pips. Yeah, true, but of course you're not gonna always have that 200 pips push, you know. So let's say your first target is 20 pips, and after you reach the 20 pips, you secure some and leave some run. You leave 20% run. So what I would do here is I would wait for double of that 20 pips. So if we got 40 pips, I would secure another 10%. Why not? And leave a 10%, but move your stop to 20 pips after. You know, just going and trailing your stop loss. It pushes another 10 pips, you move your stop another 10 pips. Easy. But it all depends on you. It depends how much do you want. Are you pleased with that profit? So if you get the double of the pips you got with the 80% with this 20% left that you have, you should be happy with that. And maybe to take some profits, why not? And close everything. Okay, looks like for now only thing that we have is USD CAD on the daily, but I think it's too risky. Euro AUD, break and retest 1 hour. Looks good to be honest, but I'm staying away from EA. I don't trust it that much. It's very unstable. Look at all these candles, you know. I really can't trust it unless it gives me a clean setup. Maybe CAD JPY is gonna break above and it's gonna give us a break and give us a trade, who knows. Euro NZD, looks like we are at support now. We'll see how the 4 hour or the 1 hour would close, then we can make a decision if we want to take a trade or not. See now where I'm putting my line. You have to concentrate and see why am I drawing my line here and not here. Why? Because look at where most of the candles have rejected. Why am I not putting the line here, but I'm putting the line here? It's a simple thing. Just analyze the chart. Where do we have the most rejections? At this level. All these candles rejecting the same level. So what was this push here? This was a fake out. You see how price closed above? We have a candle closed above. Couldn't continue up. It did a small retest. So we can say we had a break and retest. But on the next candle, it closed back in the range, which means it's a fake out. And it made a retest and went all the way down. So this is where our support is, not here. And now we wait for a break of that support. And also it is confirmed that support with all these rejections from now, it was always respected. Yesterday we had a break and retest, or I don't know where this happened. Yeah, yesterday. And today we are dropping glance. So we'll see if we do break below, we can try to take some sells if it gives us a chance. Or let me check the daily, because this can be a daily retest. It can be, but the close was not good on the daily, so I don't know if I can trust it. Looks like would be better to think about buys here, but the best for buys would be maybe a close above this resistance, then a retest to continue up. So about sells, I don't know if I'm gonna be sure to take. A break and retest on Aussie dollar. Yes, of course. Aussie dollar looks perfect. Looks like we're coming up again after that huge fake out. So we're gonna wait for a break here. Let's see if it gives us one. If it does break this second time, we're probably not gonna end up in a fake out. I think this was caused by the news. So we'll see. Guys, send a chart, okay? Because there are so many people, and if everyone starts to say, look at this, look at that, that's not fair. Do some work too. Need to do some work also. Send a chart so I can see how you draw zones, or give you an opinion on your trade or on your next trade. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, 4 hour. Tyler, the only thing here is that you already had the break and retest. You had the breakout, you had the retest, and these are 2 candles, and also it's a 4 hour. Now it created a minor resistance here, so this should be a little bit worrying for you. Taking buys again here would be pretty risky. So instead of taking buys here, why don't you wait for a break above here, then take the retest of this zone to continue up? I think that would be safe for you. So I wouldn't say to you that you should enter here. Wait for this resistance to break, then take the retest, because it's coming from another zone. GBP pairs are not on my list for now. When we had these huge drops on any pair, I just don't like that, because I don't know how big the pullback is going to be. That's why I always want to have more consolidation. I want consolidation just to be sure when I take a trade I don't have any doubts. So we have CAD JPY pushing up and trying to break. Hopefully we're gonna have a breakout. There's plenty of time. We have Aussie dollar, probably can give us a breakout too. And USD CAD, or what if USD CAD closes below? That can be interesting too. It would be a little bit risky, considering these daily wicks, considering how big these daily wicks are on USD CAD. and we can say that the same thing can happen again. Price can just this daily can just leave a wick maybe and push all the way up. So we have to be very careful. I wouldn't think about sells here. Maybe I would think only when we close all the way below this daily support here, then a retest to continue down. So we'll see. Maybe we're still gonna continue up. It's just another retest from USD CAD. UJ, let's see. Well, what was that? UJ, no breakout yet. No breakout yet. A break of this resistance means we're gonna break also this flag pattern, which I don't usually trade, but who cares? We can try it along with our break and retest. So once it breaks above, we'll have to see. Maybe we can take a trade. The thing is, EJ looks like it already did the whole move, already came to the resistance. Maybe all we should do here is wait for this resistance to break, so we can have a safe trade, a close above 126 maybe, 125.950. That would be a good level. If we break that, we can have a nice move to the upside. CAD CHF. What happened with CAD CHF? Let's take a look at your chart. UJ fake out. There's no fake out, there's no breakout until the 1 hour closes. Wrong chart, Michelle, or I don't know how you spell your name. There's no breakout until the candle close, so we have plenty of time until then. It's Friday today, so we're gonna be very careful. We don't want to end up in a stupid trade, and since it's Friday, we can use less risk also, because we don't want to risk the profits we made during the week on a Friday, because we know that Friday sometimes can be tricky. If you are in profit from the rest of the week, then today should be very small risk, because you don't want to lose that, and would be very unfortunate if you do that, risk your whole profit that you made during the week. No, I'm not holding USD CAD. USD CAD is long gone. Why do you think I would still keep USD CAD? Going from a 40 pip profit to 10-20 pips in drawdown, I would never risk my profits. I didn't even let run all of them so they can come all the way to my entry and go in drawdown. It was only my runner left, and that was in profit. Once I go in profit, I'm never gonna let my positions go in drawdown again. After doing the move that I wanted. See, GBP Japanese yen for a retest. Like I said on GBP, I don't like that. I don't like that we had these big drops to the downside. And like I said, I want more consolidation. So GJ looks good at this level because looks like it respected this level pretty nice, and when it closed below, made a retest and went all the way down. I think taking sells here would be pretty risky. Maybe if we wait for some rejections, then we can look for an entry. It's just I wouldn't be a big fan of taking sells at this point right now. Also, we're having a lot of news on GBP, a lot of talks on Brexit, so I wouldn't be very comfortable. I would be comfortable when we break a level like this, but when we have like 2 candles at this point, I don't know. I would wait for some consolidation. It's Friday today, so I'm just gonna look for safe trades. There's no need to take risky trades. Let's see what is gonna happen. While you're still in the trade, Elazar, of course. Let's take a look at your chart. Yeah, so first of all, I think you don't need these indicators here. I mean, maybe delete them, you'll have a better picture. But if you find helpful, of course you can use them, but I don't think they bring anything to the table. Second, this breakout was very good, but I think it was because of the news, so that's why the fake out happened. Because this level should have been respected, but I think it was because of the news. We had the same thing happening on gold, and all USD pairs made the same thing. They all did these big fake outs yesterday. So I think it was just because of news, and because technically this should have been respected and we'd see some continuation. So maybe today we're gonna have that continuation, since yesterday it was caused by the news, and today can be pure technicals. What makes Friday risky to trade? Friday makes what does that mean? Because it's the end of the week. What does that mean? That means people close their positions. People close their trades before the market closes. That's the reason. And we can have some unexpected moves, or we can have fake outs happening. Let's say people are going to be in EJ cells, and EJ is going to drop all the way down, and after it breaks support, it pushes the next zone. Let's say it comes all the way down here, then everyone closes their position, right? Everyone closes their position, and there's no more sell pressure on EJ. So what does EJ do? Gets rejected, and we want to take sells on the retest, and it doesn't respect it, and it pushes all the way up. That's at least what I think happens. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just my opinion. So CAT CHF yesterday didn't give us a retest. It was not enough. It came back a little, but it was not enough. Now it's coming from the on the next day. Should we take it, or is it too risky? Now the thing is, CAT CHF already came to this next support, and it can be counted as a rejection. So of course I would like to take a trade here when it comes for this 4-hour retest, because I'm probably going to have at least a small rejection. We'll see when it comes. Right now I don't know if I would take it or not. Charles, it's simple. If it does come from another zone and that zone is a strong one, then you're gonna get faked out because it's stronger than your zone that you're waiting for a retest. It's just always more risky. Why? Because that's based from our experience before. That's the most common thing that causes fake outs. So we need to be vigilant and to know when to not take a breakout. So let's say price has some support here and it's can't break, it's having rejections. We have another major zone here and we have this support here. So it tries to break a few times but it can't. Then finally we have a breakout. But price doesn't come for a retest. It tries to come but not enough. We end up not taking it and drops all the way to the next zone. So after that, price reached this zone, which is a major one. And when it's a major zone, you can spot it by looking from the previous times how big the rejection was. And let's say in this chart here, we can say that was a big rejection. Price coming from this support all the way to the upside. Then this level here, we can say that it's like a minor zone, and price comes all the way up, pushes to the upside, then little by little we get to come for the retest. Then we finally come for a retest. The thing is, this was a major zone and this was a minor zone. So it can easily break this zone just because we've seen from the previous times where price reached this level, we've seen that how much it moved, how much it got rejected. So when this happens, most of the time it's going to be a fake out. That's why we should maybe, even if you take it, use less risk, because chances of having a fake out are higher. That's all. USD CAD got rejected, yes, of course, because it was a daily support. The thing is, if we want to take this trade, I don't know if I would take it unless it comes all the way up here, closes above. That would be my only way that I would enter USD CAD. A break above that, a small pullback to enter, and continuation to the next zone. That's all. But I'm not gonna enter here. Like I said, it's a second retest, and I don't like second retests. How many pairs do you recommend a new trader focus on? One. One pair. When you start, there's no need to go and try to trade all the pairs, because you don't have much information in the beginning. So you want to take it slow. Start with one, then see how it moves, what time it does move more, and all these things. Then you can go and see other pairs too when you get comfortable with one. CAD JPY got rejected all the way down, which means probably we're not gonna have any trades here. It's a big range. We have 15 pips till the next zone, then another 10 for a break, which doesn't seem that is gonna happen. USD CAD is not on the table. Aussie dollar is a little bit closer, but still needs to push another 10-15 pips to give us a trade. And EJ stuck in this consolidation. So just gonna wait. We're close to the next hour close, so once we get the next hour close, we can see what we can do. Which pair? I don't know. GJ or maybe USD CAD. USD CAD is one of the best. Never disappoints. GJ is good too. I say GJ maybe because it has more zones. Because GJ almost on every 20 pips there is a zone, and you can trade it maybe more than other pairs, but on other pairs you don't get that. 20 pips for GJ are basically nothing, so you can have more setups. Even though I haven't traded GJ for a long time, it's just when the breakouts are happening, I'm not there, unfortunately. This week, 2 trades taken in 5 live streams so far. 1 profit, 2 losses. This isn't fair. You with your subscribers, you can pause breakout setup and trigger them in a week. Don't understand you, to be honest. It isn't fair like what? So you want also trades that I sent on Telegram to my student to send it to you also. I think that's not fair because maybe you're asking too much. The point of the stream is to make you independent, so you can trade on your own. Not me to be there all the time for years and years to tell you what to do. You just need to get something from this. These are daily live streams and you know exactly what we do. You have to try by yourself, test yourself, see what you can do by yourself without me telling you what to do. Because if I'm always there to tell you what to do, you're never going to know what you know. You're never going to know how to do it by yourself without anyone telling you. That's the whole point, to tell you, to learn you or to teach you how to be independent, how to trade by yourself. Because nobody's going to be there for life to tell you what to do. Even though you can't say that I didn't tell you about USD CAD. You can't, and I'm going to show you why. Here's the proof. I gave you the setup. I gave you the setup on yesterday's stream. Let's take a look. A USD CAD. Where's USD CAD? Or maybe later on the stream. I'm gonna find it and just show you. Okay, so I got to tell you what to do here. I said wait for resistance to break and take the retest. And when I told you this, you go to USD CAD and you wait for breakout. What did it happen? So price was at this candle when I said wait for the breakout. Was at this candle. We got rejected again. Price came all the way back down, came up again and closed above. That's all you need to know. I'm going to give you the hint and you make it work after. I can't stay all day with you to tell you what to do. You should have known that once it breaks above, you can take the retest easy. Okay. Andres, that was 1 day ago. You didn't see the dates or what? USDCHF, I don't have that on my list. Andre, would be better if you send a chart maybe, and we can take a look. You guys need to try to learn, not just whatever I do, just follow signals, or should have the goal here is to make you independent so you can trade by yourself. Have more vision, or set your standards higher. Tell yourself that, okay, I'm not just going to wait for Sad to send a trade. I'm going to look for a trade on my own. Let's see what I can do. If I can do the same as he does. If I can take a trade as he does. So not always wait for me. If you guys from YouTube text me, for example, you're gonna be the last one to get an answer because I have 100 students. They're all gonna be in front of you. That's just how it is. They have privileges. The dark theme now is it's resting my eyes. It was too bright, and I think everyone can see. It's nothing that not clear. Looks like it's not gonna be any trade either. Not in this hour also. Let's see, maybe we're missing something. Yeah, USD JPY maybe. I'm gonna try it, who cares? Let's see what happens. USD JPY, since we don't have any other trades. It's a good breakout if this happens. Not very good, 3 pips, but it's UJ, so on UJ it can be enough, even 3, 4, 5 pips. So let's see. EURNZD, it's pushing down, but I'd rather take UJ less volatile. See, it has the blue color that's not that volatile, so I'm gonna take USD JPY, I think. Why GU is not a good daily retest to downside? Let's take a look. GU daily. GU daily, I think it's coming from the support. So what are you waiting for? I don't know. Are you looking for sells at the zone on GA or GU? We're like in between two zones. We have rejections here on the daily, and yeah, we have this resistance too. That's why I would stay away. John Wick, why would you think that I'm down this week? Do you know that USD CAD trade went 100 pips and I took two losses of 5 pips? I think you're wrong there. Also, last night we got a 40 pip win, so do the math. Oh, it wasn't for me. Look, guys, if you're down this week, then that means you didn't probably use good risk because you wouldn't be that worried. A bad week, or a bad day, it's not going to define you or shouldn't have effect on your trading account. So if you're too worried, probably you have used too much risk. And a whole week, you see, we waited a long time for a long time yesterday, but at the end of the day we got paid for the whole week. So that just shows you that staying away, not taking a trade sometimes is way better than just looking to enter a trade. Whatever it is, doesn't matter, just taking a trade. That's what we learned yesterday. You need patience because the trade's gonna come who knows at what time, but at the end of the day you're gonna get it. You just need patience. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for USD CAD, USD JPY, sorry, to come for a retest to take some buys. I'm gonna use 10 pip stop loss. 8 pips, not 10. I'm gonna put my stop not even 10 pips, 6 pips, just below the breakout candle. If that happens, we'll see if we're gonna get the retest. third week I'm down using 2% risk. You must be doing something wrong. Saad. You must be doing something wrong. You need to uh, journal your trades, see what you've been doing wrong, what you're doing right. What could you do better to not take these losses? Or what could you do to not miss the good trades? You need to put everything down and see what could you have better, what could you do better to not take these losses. And if you don't have a very good way of trading, don't use 2% risk, use less risk until you become consistent. Then after you gain consistency, it doesn't matter, you can use bigger risk because you're more comfortable then. Let's see, starting to push down. See if we get to enter here. It's very close. It's only 3 pips and looks like it's 10 pips away. It's only 3 pips away. Let's check your chart. EA. I said about EA before. I don't trust it. It's just not a stable pair. Okay? It is too risky to trade EA. I don't trust it. Why are you aiming for 106.5? That's a long-term take profit all the way to this next zone. That's for the runner. But first target should be around here. Maybe 10 pips first. Then we can see what we can do. We can leave the runner for more. Of course, if it does come for retest, because right now it's not coming yet. It's not too far though, it can still come. Okay, let's take a look. Yesterday, breaking retest, I was asking, is it risky? Yes, it is. I think there's not enough, you know, there's not enough rejections, or how can you base your support and resistance in just one candle, not even a candle? And the next, this resistance or the support, it's way too far from now. That's why I said we need more comfort, we need more consolidation. Just to be sure when we take a trade in a certain zone, we need to be more safe. We need to be more confident when you take it. And taking a trade with only one rejection, for me, it's not enough. That's why I would wait for it. And this is a better zone than this one. At least here we have 2-3 rejections, so you had a break and retest here. At least this is better. But this is just one candle. It doesn't make sense to take a trade there. Ed, I wasn't talking to my wife. Sorry if you thought that I was on mute. No worries. Charles, we can do that too. It's coming little by little. Waiting for it. Another 2 pips and we can enter. Just a little bit lower and we can enter. What about the 4 hour? It's the same level as the 1 hour and 4 hours, so it's good. Let's see what happens. Come on, UJ, just a little bit lower. And we are on the market. Aren't you concerned that's coming from another zone? No, because that's not a strong zone. The zone that we broke is way stronger than the one that we are coming from, which is only 2-3 candles rejection. I think this is major. Also, it's a 4-hour zone, so I think we shouldn't have any problems here. What is your current balance? What a question. What does that even matter? Okay, it's coming. I just don't want to enter too early, so I'm just gonna wait for 200 to hit. Maybe it's not gonna come, so you know what? I'm gonna take the first entry. I'm gonna take the first entry here on UJ. First entry in, because it's only 2 pips away, so it's not that much. First entry in. We have a trade. Let's go. First entry. Okay, so entered the first entry in a 2 pip range. So another 2 pips. If it does come lower, I'm gonna enter the other half. I'll only enter it half here. If it does come closer, lower I mean, then I'll take another entry. Let's see what happens. Probably should come a little lower, but since it's a very small range, why not taking the first, because it can reject from here too. Do you have IG? Yes, I do have IG. It's on description. It is on the description, my IG. Let's go, UJ, it's coming a little lower. Okay, like I said, stop loss is gonna be below the breakout candle or the wick here because the range is too small. So that's gonna be 6 pip stop loss. I don't think it will go up. Great. We are allowed to have different opinions. Potential take profit is 10 pips. First target, then we'll see later. Let's see, so we're gonna have to be patient with UJ because as you know it moves pretty slow, so it's gonna take some time. John Wicks, I think EJ it's a little bit risky because we said that this is the resistance on EJ that we need to break first. So coming as a rejection from there, I think it's a little bit risky. So careful. My spread is pretty small, pretty low on USD CAD. On USD JPY, sorry. Thought I said USD CAD. It's 1 pip. It's very small. Okay, so UJ is at 200 now. This is my last entry, and now we wait. We wait, now we are full in. Entered another half here, another 50%, so we'll see. Do you use the technicals tab off on the side to help dictate if you're going to take the trade as well as analyze? I don't understand your question, Todd. Sorry, but I don't really understand your question. You don't wait for the hour to close? I did wait for the hour to close, and it did close above, so it gave me a breakout. Now it's coming for the retest. And today's Friday, so use less risk, and don't blame anyone if you take a big loss, because we said a lot of times, don't use big risk, it's Friday. Don't risk your profits from the previous days that you made. It is Friday, it's more risky, so use less risk. This is a 1 hour and a 4 hour level, so I expect to be respected. Can this go to the opposite side of what I'm waiting for? Of course it can, but this is the way I trade, and I I'll be, whatever happens, I'll accept it. If it fails one time, it doesn't mean anything. It means that it's just another day in the market. Stop loss is below the wick here. This 1 hour, the previous 1 hour candle that made a wick, that's where if price comes, the trade's not going to be valid anymore. That's the one. So unless we come there, there's no reason to close the trade. Joey Gonzalez, do you really mean what you're saying? That didn't quite hit 200, or it just 0.06 points? Do you want to miss the trade or what? Doesn't matter if it doesn't come with 1 pip or 2 pips. I mean, these things doesn't matter too much for a pip or 2 pips. You need to see the bigger picture. Let's wait and see. London has been very slow lately, so it's happening the same today also. Nothing to be surprised today. Let's take a look at this chart while we wait. Euro GBP. Yes, that looks good. We're having a lot of rejection. That's good. The more rejections we have, the stronger the level is going to be, and the bigger a move is going to be when it breaks. So let's wait and see. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't say anywhere that you should take whatever I take. I just show my way of trading here, so it's your choice. Another 30 minutes left. A good sign that price is going to continue up is rejection here. It just would tell us that we're in a good path. If we don't get rejected and come below the previous candle, that's going to be a sign that we can get faked. So let's wait and see. Okay, let's check for the news what we have today. (18 minutes). We have a speech, but it's medium impact. Medium. We have some USD news later on in 4 hours. High impact. Other than that, nothing. So looks like we are clear for now. Just have to wait. And the UJ got rejected. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. That's what we wanted first place. Okay, I need a minute or two, so we're gonna have a small break and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. Looks like UJ is pushing down. We'll see how it's gonna close. There's still time. If it does go below, that's not a good sign. Let's see, EJ is pushing. USD CAD is pushing also. GU, nice drop. Maybe Aussie dollar, it's gonna push, give us a break later on. I took a look on the 4-hour on USD JPY. Yes, I did. That's why I said this is a 1-hour, 4-hour zone. So we had a break on the 1-hour. That's why I took it. Okay, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get a break also on Aussie dollar if UJ fails, but it all depends how it's gonna close. This can be just a deeper retest. It all depends how it's gonna close. These trend lines doesn't mean anything. I just drew them for the trend line fans. That's why I wait for it to close. Good for you. If you wait for it to close, you would have missed 90% of them. John Wicks, congrats man, congrats. I saw UJ fill the wick, EJ, sorry. You saw EJ fill the wick. And you're John Wick, so it makes sense. Let's wait. Like I said, UJ is gonna be slow, so we need to wait. OZ. No worries, man. No worries. It's your way of trading. Don't worry at all. Everyone has their own way of trading, and that's all good. And I like that, to be honest. Everyone should find some way to trade how it suits them. So my way of trading doesn't suit everyone. That's why not everyone wants to be my student, because they want to trade another way, and that's all good. That's what's good for this industry, that you have a lot of ways how to trade. That's the good thing. And you can pick and choose which one suits you better. This is how I see UJ. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh my god, what is this? 5 minutes? Too messy for me. Gonna stay away from 5 minutes. Too messy, too many candles, too many things on 5 minute chart. Caught 27 pips on EJ buys. Nice, congrats. Very nice, very nice. Congrats on your wins. That's great to hear. Okay, Baitu, let's take a look at your chart. Possible fake out. Left a big wick and probably have a daily high. That can be too, but the thing is, it already came all the way down to the next zone. And that's the problem here. This is where most of the candles are rejecting. And this current candle also rejected from that one. I will still stay away from GBP. So I would stay away. There's breaking news from UK and Japan. They made a deal about Brexit. Hopefully pushes JPY into a direction. I don't know, let's wait and see. Until now there hasn't been any big movement. Okay. No, I don't look lower than 1 hour. Never. Have you managed to set up a monthly subscription to your mentorship program? We are waiting. No, not yet. Sorry. There's no monthly subscription yet. Let's see. UJ, it's showing good signs. It is rejecting, which is a great thing. So we just need to wait. Aussie dollar. Yes, Chart Kun, we talked about Aussie dollar. We're gonna wait for a break if it does happen. So we'll see. It's about time. go, UJ. Let's go. Give us some pips so we don't have to wait for too long. That's a very nice rejection. If we go bullish, then another push all the way up, fill this wick on the left, then continue to the next zone and give us some quick pips. 15 pips mostly, most likely. Ten minutes left. 10 minutes left, and if it does closes like this, next candle should push up, maybe just small wick to the downside and push up. Let's see now. It's all about how this candle is going to close. Okay, turned bullish now. Let's see. All this move that needs to be done, and it's only 15 pips. That's not what we want. If this was GJ, we would already have 10 pips now. No, I'm not closing anything now, because there's much more room to go. It's only 3 pips in profit, so that's like nothing. Unless it gives us at least 10 pips, not closing anything. Yeah, Euro GBP, not on my list, as you know, because I don't like it. In the past, used to fake out a lot, so I just not used to trade it anymore. That's all. Let's see, what about EJ? EJ is about to break very small time to make a 10 pip breakout, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. Aussie dollar got rejected, which means there's no breakout yet. USD CAD looks pretty good to continue up, But like I said, I told you what I'm gonna wait for, up close above this 4-hour resistance. What else? What else? On GBP pairs, I'm not gonna look at anything. Looks like CAD CHF made a nice retest, but still didn't come quite where we wanted to. And UJ is pushing little by little. Not gonna look at GBP pairs, I don't like them. We need more consolidation on GBP pairs. Stop loss is going to be moved now to below the current wick here, because if it does come again, that's not a good sign. So that's going to be 3.5 pips stop loss, 3 pips. There's no need for more. Or maybe the 4 hour is going to close, so we might have a 4-hour retest before continuation. That can be another thing too. If we close above on a 4-hour too, gonna have a 4-hour breakup. So double confirmation. That's good. Okay, let me check something here. No, stop loss is still gonna be the same here at the previous wick, the previous breakout candle. Still gonna be the same. I figured that we might have the 4-hour also breaking, so it's gonna be the same place. Did I struggle with patience when it first started? Yes, of course, like everyone else. But I changed it pretty fast. Because I saw that there's no good in it, having no patience. And I'm very patient in real life too, so it was not a very big problem for me. Nobody wants to lose money, right? So you need patience if you don't want to lose money. Bay 2, yes. USD CAD probably is gonna continue, but we'll see. Now I'm focused on UJ. UJ needs to give us some more pips here. Nice close. Price got rejected all the way up. Closed bullish. Now let's take the 4 hour. We have a 4 hour breakout too. So we may see UJ come for another retest here and some continuation after the retest of the 4 hour too. So we might see this 1 hour candle come to our entry again. So I'm not moving my stop at break even yet, because it can still continue. It can be just a 4 hour retest to continue up. Now we have double confirmation, 1 hour and a 4 hour breakout. Let's see, I'm just gonna wait for a little bit more and I'll probably go in then another 15 minutes. We'll see what happens. Then there's no need to stay more, I think. Carlos, take profit is whenever you are pleased with your profits. That's the take profit. Based on your strategy, what are the possibilities for you to lose a trade? I have at least an 80% win rate, so there's a 20% chance that I might lose the trade based on the previous trading career, I can say. UJ is very slow, so patience, patience. You're stopping out of UJ in a couple of minutes regardless. No, I'm not gonna stop UJ. I'm gonna stop the stream, not UJ. UJ can run until it gives me what I want. At least 10 pips, which will be in, needs to push more all the way up here. We have 10 pips. Looks like we need a big move, and it's only 10 pips. That's unfortunate, but what can we do? Will you do 10 pips and stop loss at break even? Yes, when it comes, when time comes. Why you need so many monitors? Because I like it this way, and I need one, more than one, because I stream, and when you stream, one monitor is not enough. GBP JPY just blew my account. Why did that happen? Not looking at GBP pairs. I said like 20 times today. Not looking at them. UJ coming as expected. The 4-hour retest. Yeah, so UJ, like I said, the 4-hour now it's coming for retest. The level was on the 4 and 1 hour. We took the 1 hour because it was a good breakout, strong one. Then this previous hour, this new hour, we closed, the 4-hour closed. We have a double confirmation now. So we can see a small pullback once again. Then expecting some continuation. Yes. And stop loss is just below the previous breakout candle. If it does go below this and closes, because it did the previous 1 hour candle and still got rejected like expected, just a deeper retest. But if it does close below this, then probably it's going to be a fake out. So we're going to have to wait. Stop loss is only 5 pips, I think, or let me check. Yeah, stop loss is 5 pips. There's no need for more, I think. There's no need for more. Will you be adding more on UJ? No. There's no need, I think. I already entered what I had, so there's no need to enter more. I'm good, thank you. How about you? Do you check charts one by one to detect breakout? Yes. I go through them, and when I see a breakout, I take them. EJ didn't close above like we expected, so there's no breakout yet. We'll wait for another candle. Maybe this current one is gonna break. USD CAD 4-hour probably closed above. Yeah, we can still continue up, but like I said, if we do close above this, that's when I will take a trade. Passing GBP pairs because I don't want to take them for now. Aussie dollar, not a breakout yet. We got rejected once again. Unless we break above this, there's no trade. So we need to close above. Once we do, we can have a nice move to the upside here. This was yesterday a fake out, as you can see, closed back in the range, made a retest and continuation. So we'll see if we're gonna have a break above here. NZD USD at resistance. CAD JPY can give us a good trade also if it does break above this. We'll see the next hours. Euro NZD. Euro NZD made a small fake out here. Euro NZD, like I said before, we needed it was a daily retest too. It was a daily retest too. But the previous one, it was not a clean breakout where these candles on the left closed. And I said that we can expect continuation to the upside. And I didn't want to take the trade on the 1 hour. I saw the breakout, but it was this 4-hour support, and we wanted a 4-hour breakout too if we could. But my bias are still bullish, so what we can do here is maybe take bias on the retest of this fake out on the 1 hour. That can be what one of the options here. So on the retest we can push the upside since we had this small fake out here. But we'll see. The thing is, it already did move to the upside, which was around 15 pip move. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So let's see. Let's see what's happening with UJ. Would we probably move to move the stop loss underneath the last hour candle? We'll see. We'll see. If, it shouldn't come all the way down there. It shouldn't. But it might come. It can be. I'm not gonna move my stop. It's small enough, I think. Still, it's only 6 pips. I think we should give it more room. 5 pips. So I'm just gonna leave my stop loss there still. Gonna expect the price to continue. If it does go below this, then that's where it's gonna be a big sign that price may fake out, may result in a fake out, but not now. It can still reject. Like I said, it's gonna come for a 4-hour retest. That's what it's doing now. So patience.
And Seat also, you teach us like there is a 1 hour break and another 4 hour break on the next hour. That's another confirmation for us. So if we wouldn't have taken the first one, we would have taken this one. So that's why
Yeah,
we don't move our
yes,
stop loss, right?
yeah, the same. We took it on the 1 hour. We didn't wait for the 4 hour. So we had the breakout on the 1 hour. But after the 1 hour break came also the 4 hour break. So we have a double confirmation now. We got rejected first. That was one of the good signs that price may continue to the upside. And now we're having the 4 hour retest. So it does happen to have more than 2-3 candles rejecting a zone before continuation. That is normal. So we can't expect always to have the move right on the next candle. You know, we would be asking too much maybe. So yeah, maybe we'll have some rejections first, then a move later on. That can be an option too. I think for now we are good. We'll have to wait. Let's wait. The only thing shouldn't happen is price coming below these wicks here. Should reject this level. As long as it stays above, there's still chances of continuation. Let's see. We're having another rejection, so these are the good signs from UJ. First one was the previous 1 hour candle rejection, then this current one. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. US 100 trade I took this morning. Let's take a look. Okay, in broke structure due to retest on the pivot point above 50 MA on low time frame. Risk to reward 1.5. Good trade. I can say that it was a break and retest on this zone. Looks good. But I don't trade lower time frames, so not a way I trade, but congrats on your win. Good one. GA is not on my list. I've said it many times. It is very volatile and I don't like it. Your screen shows stop loss is 107.140. JJ, I think I repeated like 10 or 20 times that my stop loss is below the wick, so we should have the same candle or wicks, I think. So you don't need to copy the exact price stop loss that I have. You know, do some work. Maybe you should just put it lower than mine, because maybe you have a bigger spread. Don't consider this as a signals group. You have to try sometimes to find your stop loss by yourself. Where do you want to put stop loss? Where would you be comfortable? Where do you think that price can come maximum so you don't get stopped out? You have to consider these things. Why did I put my stop loss here? I said that if price goes below this, then probably it's going to be a fake out, and it should stay above, and that's what is happening. So it is not a very hard thing to do. So we'll see. Good rejection. If we turn bullish, we should make a push to the upside. Next target here, next zone, we'll have to wait. UJ is low, so don't expect a big move in a short time. If UJ goes up, this makes gold bullish. UJ doesn't make gold anything. Gold is a different pair. UJ is a different pair. So they move differently. Usually it means if UJ pushes, gold drops, which means USD gets strength and gold drops. But we don't trade based on correlations. Gold is different, UJ is different, so we should focus on UJ here, not what gold is doing, or not focus on what UJ doing and taking gold. That's not how it works, I think. It's not a good way of trading. Let's go UJ. We turn bullish finally. The 4-hour retest is done. Now we should continue up. It's just about time. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go now because I don't know how long UJ is gonna take, so you should be able to manage this trade. It's not gonna be that hard. So thank you all for being here. Gonna have to go now. Have a nice weekend. I hope you had a great week, and see you Monday. Have a great weekend. UJ, it's gonna be easy to manage. Once we get 10 pips, we can close some, move our stop to break even, or close everything. It's Friday, so low risk in this trade. There's no need to risk more. It's only 5 pip stop loss just below the breakout candle, which means if it does come below this not valid anymore. So thank you all. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Thank you all for being here. See you.